Can we normalize not saying hurt people and start to hold hurt people accountable for the hurt they cause? Yeah, hurt people need to go heal because I'm a firm believer, and you should be able to hurt anyone that attempts to hurt you, regardless of the justification they have for the hurt they want to visit upon you. And I notice this a lot in my comment section whenever I'm talking about somebody who has done something harmful to someone else. Someone is always running up saying, you have to understand that hurt people hurt people. And then one of the most absurd things I've heard on social media is that somehow other people are responsible for the triggers of these so-called hurt people. And you should watch what you say to them or around them because it may trigger them. Yeah, I'm not responsible for your triggers. And I'm telling you, if you are hurt, the best thing you can do is go and heal from that pain. Because if you think you get to hurt others because of your pain and use it as some kind of justification because you had a bad childhood or a bad experience with somebody and you're going to hurt the next person over those things, you are going to run into the right one. And the right one is not going to care about your pain. They're just going to care about you trying to hurt them. And then you might be healing in a way that has a lot of medical expenses. I'm just saying.
I came across T. Nathan's video. My immediate thought was finally someone said what we all been thinking. We often hear this phrase that hurt people. But I think now it's time that we start to shift our perspective on the matter. So instead of allowing this phrase to be the excuse that's used for harmful behavior, we need to start holding these individuals accountable for all of the harm that they cause regardless of their own pain. So let's just explore how we can foster a more responsible and compassionate approach to this issue. And of course, while it's true that people who've been hurt may sometimes hurt others as a result of their own pain, it's important to hold those individuals accountable for their actions regardless of their past experiences. Accountability and empathy are not mutually exclusive, but they can coexist. So let's delve deeper into this balance. First, acknowledging that hurt people might hurt others helps us to understand the underlying reason for the harmful behavior. For instance, someone who experienced bullying as a child might develop aggressive tendencies as a defense mechanism. This understanding allows us to create effective interventions and support systems. Like a school can implement anti-bullying programs that not only address the victims but also provides counseling for the bullies to address all of their underlying issues. Then we can recognize the root cause doesn't absolve anyone from responsibility. Everyone must be held accountable for their actions, especially when those actions cause harm. If a person with a history of trauma engages in abusive behavior, they have to face consequences for their actions, such as legal repercussions or mandatory therapy sessions. Accountability fosters growth and change by making individuals aware of the impact of their negative actions and encouraging them to improve on their behavior. We show support to those who have been hurt by addressing their pain. This is going to help prevent the cycle of harm from continuing. For instance, a veteran returning from combat might struggle with PTSD and inadvertently lash out at their loved ones. So, by providing them with access to mental health resources, counseling, or support groups, you can help them heal and reduce the likelihood of harming others. By addressing their pain, we can break the cycle of harm. Ignoring it often leads them to believe that their behavior isn't as bad as we make it out to be, or that it's perfectly okay for them to keep acting out in negative ways. And this is going to entail a lot of empathy. Empathy involves understanding and compassion, but it also includes setting boundaries and expectations. So think about a manager who might empathize with an employee that's going through a tough time at home, but the manager still expects them to meet their work responsibilities. So it's possible to empathize with someone's struggle while still expecting them to take responsibility for their behavior. And this balance ensures that empathy doesn't become an excuse for harmful actions. Holding people accountable in a way that encourages them to recognize the impact of their actions and seek positive change is the ultimate goal. Restorative justice practices, which focus on healing and making amends, are a great example of this. In school, this might involve mediated conversations between the bully and the victim, allowing the bully to understand that the harm they've caused is not a good thing and that they need to make amends for it. This approach is not only holding them accountable, but it also promotes personal growth and empathy. In the end, we learn that balancing empathy with accountability is vital for fostering a compassionate and just society. By understanding the root causes of harmful behavior, emphasizing responsibility, promoting healing, fostering empathy with boundaries, and encouraging constructive change, we're going to create healthier environments where individuals can heal and grow without perpetuating more harm to other people. So let's commit to implementing this balance in our communities, supporting each other, and working towards a more understanding and accountable society. Hurt people might hurt people, and hurt people need to take responsibility for causing the harm that they do.
And twist myself at the spine.